Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 4 of Batman the Caped Crusader. I will go ahead and let you guys know I've had a minor spoiler for this episode, and I'll point it out when we get to it. But I'm excited nonetheless to get into this, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Guys, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time cuts from reaction to the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote on what movies we react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage, to try to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel. But guys, at the end of the day, really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. Please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. That all said out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 4, The Night of the Hunters. Here we go.
Asking the question on everyone's mind these days, what do you think about the Batman?
That guy who beat up the cops? I don't like him. Not one bit.
My sister and me, we think he might be a vampire.
Well, I say this Batman's got a lot of moxie. Now, time someone gave these cops a licking. I'm frightened.
Well, he's breaking the law, ain't he? So they ought to catch that freak and lock him up.
And now he's even attacking our brave police. Well, I say this will not stand. The people elected me to make this a better city, a safer city, a city of law and order. So today I'm announcing a special task force to catch this Batman character and bring him to justice. This man is not a hero, he's a criminal. And his time in Gotham is up.
Yeah, that was it. That was the thing. That was the Fletcher Lois Lane at the front row there. I don't know if I would have caught that if I didn't know to look for it. I think that's the only shot of it, because it's the only one I had seen, and that it had been pointed out online. So there's that makes me beg the question, obviously, is this in the same universe as the Fletcher Superman? I grew up on that cartoon, man. I absolutely adored it as a kid. I had a lot of the VHSs and stuff like that. So I'm just curious about that. That would be really cool, but I honestly, I don't think I would have caught that. I'm glad that was just like in the opening of the episode, the cold open.
What do we know about this Batman?
He's mostly been seen between 10 at night and 4 in the morning, usually driving that hot rod of his 100 miles an hour.
I still can't believe Gordon put her in charge.
Just bide your time. I'll figure something.
What are you gonna figure? Just gonna offer or axe her off? What's the plan there, bud? I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but you know.
So how you gonna actually catch this guy?
Well, we're gonna trap him.
Also, considering the Lois Lane thing, this wasn't intentional. I literally have run out of DC shirts to wear that don't need to be washed while recording.
Sure, this is getting ugly fast.
Dude, has Yuri been like 4 people already in the first 3 minutes of this episode? Hey, get that paycheck, man.
Keep away from me, you!
You're only making it worse on yourself, old man.
Help! Somebody help me! Oh God, please! No, he's gonna kill me! Somebody help!
Oh my God, they are just straight up ignoring it.
Please! Listen, guys.
Oh, that's the point, I think.
Guess we gotta carve you up now.
No, wait, don't! No!
This was a sting, isn't it?
Hey, you can't leave us like this!
Yep. It was. The guys they had didn't even try.
Command, he was here, but we didn't see him exactly, and I think we need a fire truck.
Damn it. We should have had men on the rooftops, too.
Would have spotted him.
Yeah, he's sharp, but I figure he'd respond to screaming no matter what. Tomorrow night, we up the stakes.
Calling all cars. High-speed pursuit in progress. Repeat. All units respond.
Also, it was pointed out, I didn't catch it, but his name is the same as Plastic Man. Also, there was a Human Target reference in an earlier episode that I knew the name sounded familiar, but I couldn't place why until I looked it up later. Man, they are just failing so hard at this.
That's it. Pen him in. We got him.
Oh, maybe not. Oh! Batman don't give a fuck. I like how it's pretty much the Batman the Animated Series Batmobile minus the bat fins.
Damn it! We had him!
Had me? You never even had your car.
And our
Hey,
current mayor wants
there
to
she is
waste
again.
taxpayer money on such an obvious political stunt. But worse, it turns out his special task force isn't even up to their special task. This is why I'm running against Mayor Jessop, because Gotham needs to be strong again and safe and proud.
Like, right? Yep, that's definitely her.
I want good headlines, Gordon. Wasn't that the whole point of you in that job? Good press?
Sir, we'll catch him. I just...
Up!
Don't move! Halt! Stop, damn you!
Well, there's what I will assume will become the bat signal eventually.
I'm trying to change this place, root out the bent cops and the graft. But I have to stick around to make that happen. We need to catch this Batman, and fast. Or I'm getting transferred out to Marshall Island, and you go back to being treated like the office coffee girl.
It hasn't even been a week. We can do this. I just...
No, he's too smart for these tactics.
Okay, so he's too smart. Maybe we can use that. Get inside his head.
Well, for starters, he's kind of a shy boy, isn't he? The hit-and-run tactics, the mask.
Oh.
You've got to wonder what else is he hiding under that thing? Besides obvious issues with authority, and maybe a fetish or two. My old college professor, Dr. Crane, would say that
This Dr.
anyone...
Quinzel's.
Dr. Crane was her college professor. Nice. That's Scarecrow for anyone that maybe doesn't know.
I think the police are just in his way. His real targets are the criminals. He's punishing them. That's why he's out there night after night. Batman seems to have a thing for all these costume creeps that keep popping up. That's how you catch him, by using different bait. You need a weirdo.
I thought we weren't
Bingo.
supposed to call him that
Huh?
anymore.
Hey, wait up.
Okay, what's he planning?
This is our man. Hey, Flash, you sure about this? You heard the lady doctor. This is what gets to the bad. Guys with weird names and bad habits. Okay, let's go, Firefly. It's time to take a ride.
Actually, it's Firebug.
Firebug.
No.
Right. Better grab his outfit from evidence, too.
Let's go.
That's one of my clients. What are you doing with him?
None of your beeswax. We got orders to take him to Arkham Asylum, Miss Gordon, for a psych exam.
Well, be careful with that one. He's more dangerous than he looks.
That's what we hear.
That's kind of what they're banking on, too. I'm sure.
You know, Barbie's actually meeting me here. We're going to Gino's.
You got a table at Gino's. You must know somebody.
Honestly, I know too many somebodies, Commissioner.
And too much about those somebodies.
Oh, here she is.
Dad, I think you have a problem. Did you give Bullock and Flass orders to transfer a prisoner?
No. What prisoner?
He's gonna give that a glance, isn't he? Yep.
Can't you feel it? All of those people out there, longing for the flames, for the truth of the fire.
Firefly, shut it. No one gives a crap.
Hey, I'm a little bit of a pyro, but still, I love a good flame. But that's some terrifying ass shit right there, man. That like activated him.
It's like long underwear, but on the outside, and these big bug-eye goggles.
Hey, you put it in the trunk, right?
Yeah, it's back there with his fuel tank.
Is the lock on that trunk still busted?
Dang it, you're right. I keep forgetting to get that fixed.
So you mean anyone could get into that trunk and run off with Firebug's special suit?
Yeah, I guess. Oop. You hear that?
Sounds like engine trouble.
Wow. And they're just gonna leave him unattended.
Maybe we need to get a tow truck.
Ah, we don't want to do that.
All right, make it look good.
No, hey, Flash, I can't.
Just do it.
Jeez, man, these two are committed. Well, Flask is committed. Bullock's just kind of going along with it.
You think this is gonna work? Some costume freak burning down the East Side Flats? Really think this will draw out the bat?
If it doesn't, then we'll try something else.
Oh my god. nothing but children around right now, man. Oh, whoa. That was... Wow. God, this is insane. This is wicked.
This is Detective Flass. We got a building on fire, an escaped prisoner, and the Batman.
I repeat, the Bat is on the scene.
Eastside Flats was on my old beat. A fire there will be hell on earth. Last thing those people need is Flass and Bullock turning it into a war zone, too. This is Commissioner Gordon. No one makes a move until I get there. Is that understood?
We're looking for the Bat and the maniac who started this fire. Orders are to shoot on sight.
All right, boys. Let's go show these freaks
Wow.
what for. Stop.
Oh, jeez. God damn.
Where are Flass and Bullock?
They took an armored squad in a few minutes ago, sir.
No one else goes in, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
What are you doing? You just said
I
you...
won't have good cops dying in there because of those two.
Shelley says the Bat was spotted on the 5th floor. Let's move.
Hang on. Look, there.
Damn, I was sure. Come on. He ain't here.
Nah.
Come on, children. Stay close to Mother.
That way. Go.
Take Mike and Jim.
God, that's so creepy. Oh, is he out of juice?
Well, your lawyer was right. You are more dangerous than you look.
Yes, but I used all my fuel now, so I guess I give up.
He'll talk about his escape.
Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What kind of story they're gonna cook up for that?
There's another one inside. It's okay, son. I got you. I can take him down outside. No, those men will shoot at you. They might not see the kids. Come on, I know these buildings. This used to be my beat. It goes to the laundry room. What's at the bottom?
Not that.
Find out. It's safe. Okay, come on, kids. What are you? All right, everyone stay close.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were still in there.
I found a shortcut.
Hey, Commish, you see the Batman in there? Heard he was chasing that firebug guy.
No, I didn't.
Covering for him.
Let me be clear. I know exactly what you did. You put fellow officers and innocent civilians in harm's way on purpose. And I'm gonna have your badges for this. There's something funny here, Bullock?
Guess you didn't see the papers.
Glad
It's
it's
Mayor
not the
Jessop.
spin I
I
thought
think
the
it's time we
paper
made
would
some
put on that.
changes to this task force. These 2 hero cops from the papers, Flass and Bullock, I want them in charge from now on. But listen, I saw you did some good out there too, Jim. Save some kids.
So we're gonna keep you around for now.
Fuck.
Just make sure my guys have whatever they need and stay out of their way. Understand me?
Yes, sir.
Let me take a wild guess. Was that about us?
That's shitty.
It's okay, kiddo. I'm not licked yet.
Damn. That was a really good episode. I don't know, them trying to figure out how to navigate catching Batman. They're trying to like get in his head, so they bring in a psychologist. They bring in Harley Quinn to come in and try to, profile him in his attempts to get an idea of how he's thinking and see if they can use that to figure things out, because they try to just they know he's targeting criminals at night. They figured out what windows he's mostly active during, and they try to like set up this sting where they have people feigning being in trouble, but they underestimate his tactics and his awareness and all these things, and it doesn't really work in the grand scheme of things. So they keep trying to come up with new ways to figure this out. And then Flass and fucking Bullock here are trying to like boost themselves up, so they take their own little roundabout way of doing it. It's like, okay, if he's like drawn for these other masked menaces like himself, or these costumed menaces like himself, sees them as like a threat or a challenge or something of akin to himself, as Harley put it, like this. So they were like, okay, maybe we need one of our own. And they already had Firebug locked up, so instead they let him loose and followed him, tagged him, and then burned him at the end of the day. And, none of it really paid off, but what it did do is brought to attention the good that Batman's trying to do. While he is a criminal, while he is working outside the law and stuff like that, they got to see that he's at least better than some of the people that they are working right beside. I don't know. It's just nice that we had this thing that brought Jim and him together as he's just trying to save these kids. He's prioritizing that. Jim was trying to protect this place as much as he could, but of course that Bullock and Flass didn't communicate what was actually delivered as far as their orders and stuff like that, and acted all on their own. Sent those other cops in there and telling them shoot to kill, and they were more concerned with taking out Batman than to getting people out of there. And then once they got to the situation where Firebug had run out of fuel, his purpose had been served, we can't trust him to not rat us out, so we got to take him out. Then when freaking O'Brien there took the photograph of Bullock standing over that corpse in that window after he took the plunge, I thought he would like not sell it as like a heroic moment, but I guess that's the only way from his perspective to sell it, I guess, because they don't really have the grander picture. So it's just one of these things where the paper and the publications are like this double-edged sword. Like, it helped him with Catwoman, but it's hurting him in the long run, or like not long run, but at least right now as well, by painting people in this light, because it's also allowed them to move up, losing Jim this leverage. But it did give the mayor what he had been wanting, and that was a positive story from the GCPD, but just not the one that they were wanting for sure. And it's really just weakened him in the grand scheme of things. So I don't know, maybe now it's going to push him or nudge him towards maybe working with the Batman. So they're now in charge of everything, and he's been tasked to give them whatever they want. It just sucks, man. I love the way they depicted Firebug's compulsion. I also love that they keep mistakenly calling him Firefly. There is a Firefly, but they are two different characters. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cute. That was funny. Now we got a Dr. Crane reference, so a Scarecrow thing. We got Harleen Quinzel in here acting as a liaison, as a psych profiler for the GCPD right now. I'm excited to see where that goes. I like that we got to see like his psyche, like how he views the world, like how he like activated and had this like almost like this flame ignited in him when Flass lit that lighter. He was just yeah, nah, and then the flame came up and he was like, oh, burn everything. It's just like a switch was flipped. And then when he suited up and put on the goggles, and we saw the world that he wishes to see. Like, he just sees everything in its potential to burn. The people who just became these entities of flame, the buildings of fire. Like, when he looks at it, it's just normal kids playing in the street. Put it on the goggles, just flames everywhere. I just thought that was really chilling, along with the way that they, you know, acted out his execution as well. And then I like that we got to see Batman prioritizing the lives of the people in here, despite, you know, being hunted and the situation that was going on. He was at every turn prioritizing the safety of the people around him. And then when he helped get the family out, and then, you know, Jim tried to catch him initially, turned around, he had his children in his arms. He's just like, hey, there's one more in there. Unfazed by Jim at all, because like you said before, I think he knew that he's the one unbent cop in there, so he could trust him. And he got the other kid, and they took the shootout, and they made it out. And then he just continued on his stride, man. I love what they're doing here, man. I really do. I think they're really doing a solid-ass job of doing some things that feel, and again, I've said this before, like they feel familiar, but in a little bit of a different way with its own unique little spin. And it just feels, for me, very refreshing. I like what they're doing with this a lot. On top of that, too, coming back to what we talked about earlier on, we got the Fleischer Lois Lane in there. She didn't have any lines in this. Nobody acknowledged her at all. If you didn't know, you wouldn't have known. While she was more designed, she had a stronger character design than the other reporters. I'm not sure if, had I not known, it would have been enough to call my attention to it outright until like maybe on a second or third watch or something like that, or maybe whatever. But that's the implication. I mean, that's the exact design, from her hat, hairstyle, hair collar, and to the bow on her hat. Timeline wise, it would be the same time period. So that would be really cool if they found a way to bridge that over. I like that. I like these little details because there's just so much. And it's not just from this period. So like I mentioned with Harley, she's exclusively a product of the 90s. That's fun to see her brought in here. I know there's another character that will be popping up as well that was created, I believe, in the 2000s. First appearance. I'm not going to say who it is until we get there. Yeah, first appearance, 2002. We've seen them in other mediums, and again, I'll talk about it more deeply when we get to it, but there's a very different take on that character that we've seen more recently, but I would assume with the way things are going and the way they've been handling a lot of these characters, I would imagine they're going to go with the original intention. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll talk about it when we get to it. But guys, another fantastic episode. What did you guys think? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel, gets you access as well. Speed up before we go. I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Share, Euro Coruscant, Melito, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, and Russell Crockett. Thank you guys so much for continued support. That's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.